Good evening. My name is Tricia Dieter, and I'm the principal of Merrill High School, and I'd like to welcome you to Merrill High School's graduation ceremony for the graduating class of 2024. I would like to thank the staff, students, and parents for all the time and effort you've put in over the last 4 years to make this night possible. As we begin our program, please rise for the national anthem. To the 2024 Merrill High School graduating class, you have made it to the end of a long, challenging journey, and you are now about to embark on an exciting new chapter in your life. As you prepare to graduate, I want to offer you some words of inspiration and maybe some encouragement. First of all, I too am a Merrill High School graduate. I knew I was going into teaching, but never, ever did I think I'd be back here as a Merrill High School principal. Things change. You may think you have life all figured out, and then you may think Merrill's too small of a town for you. I thought those very same things and have no regrets moving back. In fact, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Second, don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. Taking risks can be scary. Starting high school was probably scary. Trying a new sport, scary. Maybe taking a new class, another scary thing. If you're scared right now about what the next step may be in your life, it's okay. Just remember the fears you faced brought you where you are today. Finally, as you walk out these doors of Merrill High School, I wish you nothing more than success and true happiness. Thank you for making my job as Merrill High School principal so rewarding. You have really set a high bar for future graduates. Now, I would like to recognize our retiree, Mr. Guy Palicki. Guy, please stand. Mr. Palicki has been a teacher in the district for the past 30 years. We wish him well in his retirement. Please join me in another round of applause for Mr. Palicki. would like to introduce our school board president, Mr. Kevin Blake, who would like to share a message on behalf of the Board of Education.
Thank you, Mrs. Dietert, Mr. Murray, fellow board members, for this opportunity to speak today. I'd like to take a moment to thank all the people that made today possible. You've all played an instrumental role in making this day special and also deserve thanks for guiding these graduates along their educational and personal pathways. Also, like Mrs. Dieter just stated, I'd like to recognize that person and the rest of the group of people retiring from MAPS this year. So at this time, I'd like to take a quick moment and sincerely thank all of this year's retirees and wish them nothing but the very best. Let me stay on task and focus on the topic of the day, the purpose for this wonderful event, our graduating class of 2024. In preparation for today, I asked myself, what could I say to impact our graduating class, or at least make them think for a few minutes? Last year, I shared with everyone in attendance parts of a speech from Ernie Johnson from TNT when he spoke to the Alabama football team, talking about the difference between what we get to do versus what we have to do, meaning the things we're excited about compared to the things we feel like we're being forced to do. What's some of the connection here? Most would agree that it's our mindset and our attitude. Having an open mind and a positive attitude are some keys to success in life. I'm sure we all heard from family members, coaches, and other mentors along the way inspirational words like control what you can control. And we can only control a few things in our life, such as our attitude, our effort, and our actions or reactions. All of that's great advice. Please consider taking that forward with you in your next steps in life. Upon further reflection, I was reminded of a story I heard recently from one of today's graduates. Reminded me of something I also shared last year from Mr. Johnson. To paraphrase, they reminded me that there's value in everybody. And while knowing your role can be important, sometimes you end up doing something in life, maybe even out of your comfort zone. Maybe changes your mind not only on your value, but the value of others. Because there most certainly is value in everybody. When doing something like this, it may even slightly change the direction of your future, or give you ideas how to make your future even better. What a great experience. Thank you for sharing that story. Some of you may be thinking, I've heard this all before, why is he repeating this to me again, let alone on my graduation day? It's fairly simple. I truly feel that these words and phrases are that important. When asked at a recent leadership event, what advice would I give to my 18 or 21-year-old self? It was a combination of these items, along with listen more, which for many of us, myself included, may even include putting our phones down or the other technologies we have. Others, you may be wondering, what should I do next? How about you start by taking in the moment? Taking an extra photo or two with friends and family tonight, or even say an extra thank you to a friend, teacher, family member. Before concluding today, I'd like to share a few additional thoughts with everyone, but especially our graduates. First of all, I want you to know that I'm proud of you. While you all have your own story, your own journey, you all worked hard, made the best of it, did what you had to do, and most importantly, you're all here today. The journey I reference has really just begun. You're starting a new chapter. Whether you've decided to go right to work, off to higher education, trade school, the military, or haven't made up your mind yet, the possibilities are truly endless. Please make sure you take some time to reflect on what you've already accomplished and keep an open mind and stay positive so you can do your best and make the most out of your future. You've got this. We have faith in you. Please remember to start your day consistently by getting into that right mindset. Personally, I went from listening to inspirational speakers to writing my own affirmations and gratitudes and even listing 3 or 4 things in my journal that make me smile or simply make me happy. The last few years, I expanded that routine, and in remembrance of my father, I added listening to the song, Even Though I'm Leaving, by Luke Combs. That's just me. Others take walks, read or listen to podcasts, while yet others prefer spending time with their pets or various forms of art, exercise, or recreation. Embrace what makes you happy. Get up a little earlier. Start there each and every day. So I encourage you to find your method and believe in yourself, remembering that you control your mindset and attitude, and that's a great way to approach anything and everything in life. Next, I'd also like to take this opportunity to say thank you for being you. Even if you didn't know it, we were watching. I was watching. The many academic and athletic achievements, the acts of kindness and friendship, the list could go on and on. Certainly will not soon forget your passion and how you work together in times of need. Although I certainly wasn't able to make every event, I was positively impacted by many of the events I was able to attend. I hope you are all proud of your accomplishments, as we are. Thank you for all your efforts and representation of not only MAPS, but Merrill. In conclusion, I'd just like to say one more time, thank you. Best of luck in everything you do in the future, and congratulations to the Merrill High School class of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. Now we will have a performance from our Merrill High School choirs under the direction of Mr. Perry Scott, performing Seasons of Love. Thank you, choir, for that beautiful performance. And now I would like to introduce graduating senior Eric Mann, who will be giving a speech on behalf of the graduating class of 2024.
Thank you, Mrs. Dietert. Who else remembers when our class had a 47% fail rate? Yeah, and now we're graduating? It surprised me too. My brothers and sisters matched in blue, we made it, and today we celebrate. Before we get going, I feel it's right to give thanks to the ones who made high school a positive experience, starting with Quizlet. No, on a genuine note, I want to thank all of you individually for being a memorable family from the time we all met in middle school. By the time we leave, no one will ever forget Bryce Eggebrecht's PLT antics or Chloe McRae's many celebrity obsessions. To all the parents in attendance and even those who are not, thank you for holding our hands through the hard times and crafting us into the mature adults we are today. You are loved more than we can ever express. And most importantly, the backbone of the school, I speak for all of us when I thank the staff. Our high school experience would never be what it was without your energetic support system in the building. Your legacies will live on and eventually be stories for our future children, like how sweet Mrs. Bonak was in English, or Mr. Plish being, well, Plish. Let's give a round of applause not only for our graduates, but to all of those who have helped guide us this far. On a separate note, I'd like to talk about moving forward in our individual lives, whatever that may be. This group is very unique in the way that we're all taking separate paths from each other. Half of us are going back to school all over the map, and the other half are getting to work and beginning their adult lives. Wherever you end up, whatever relationship we may have held in high school, I genuinely wish everyone the best of luck. Over the course of the year, I held a number of conversations with Mrs. Raditz where we discussed our school's culture and how relationships would be once our class left the building. We never settled on a real consensus, but the point that always came back to us was remembering that this is home. That's what we all share together, and it runs thick when we leave. Merrill is home. We all have big dreams and aspirations for our futures, and I hope we all succeed in those endeavors. Some of us will travel the country and make a difference in this beautiful world, never looking in the rear view. But regardless of your path, one thing will always remain with you. You have a place at home. We're all young and eager to get out there, saying that there's no chance of ever coming back. But Merrill is different from a lot of places in the fact that we're all family, no matter what. And it's really hard to split us up. Let me give you an example. Something that really stuck with me was a conversation I had over the week of homecoming with Coach Wadzinski, who is an alumni of DC Everest. He mentioned to me, quote, "I've never been in a school district where everyone comes back until I got to Merrill," end quote. He sees that our history and tradition in this town is so rich and filled with so many stories, and it brings people home. I think we're all too young to understand this yet, but something about this little city seems to always bring people back. I can't put my finger on it, but I think we'll discover why before you know it. Many of the parents here are former MHS graduates, along with a large portion of the staff. I find that really interesting. Every class before us was just like us. They all parted ways to live their different lives after graduation, but for some reason, they're here. They came back. I share this pattern to encourage all of you to please never forget where you came from. We're lucky and unlucky enough to know everyone in our city. You may not believe it, but the people you never clicked with will be your friend when we reconvene at our class reunion. We'll never forget each other, and that's really special. As I mentioned before, I hope everyone goes out and explores themselves somewhere else, doing anything you want to do. But never forget your family at home. We are family. And when push comes to shove, you will always know where to turn. To the people you know best. The ones you grew up with, the ones you shed tears with, and the ones you made memories with. Those people are matched in caps and gowns, sitting next to you right now. No matter your opinion of MHS, we're all Blue Jays at the end of the day. I sincerely wish all of you the best of luck in your individual futures, and please don't you forget about me. Roll Jays.
Wow, Eric. Thank you for your inspiring words. Now we have a different pause in the ceremony here. We now will watch the senior slideshow that was put together by Sophie Simon.
For the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
Thank you, Sophie, for all of the time and effort you put into making that video so your class will be able to look back on all the memories that you've made together. Now I'd like to introduce the Merrill High School Wind Ensemble under the direction of Miss Ellie Wilk, performing ABBA on Broadway. Thank you, Wind Ensemble. That was incredible. All right, I would now like to introduce graduating senior Bridger Lamont.
Thank you, Mrs. Dietert. I have the honor of introducing a man who claims the title of seasoned veteran in his career, a man who put the meaning of learning back in the word education, a man whose worst days inspire others, and a man who is what my generation deems chill and still gets the job done. That man is Mr. Stein. Mr. Stein, much like all of us grads, started his journey here in Merrill. Starstruck by teen ambition, Mr. Stein's status grew among MHS students and faculty with every new person he met. He was a humble scholar, even though he thinks he wasn't, a good student, and an athlete of fantastic sportsmanship. Baseball, soccer, football, Stein encapsulated the excellence in these sports, even if all the odds were against him, even if he was diagnosed with cancer. Yet, through his tenacity, he persevered through his senior year and won against the battle with cancer, which alone is an amazing feat. Even though he was a great student and athlete, he wasn't quite sure where the road would take him. He started on the path of STEM, but wasn't happy and began to shift his sight onto a major which he didn't have quite a confident outlook on, and that major was education. After graduating from UW-Stevens Point, he, much like us, never wanted to come back here to Merrill. So he saw the world with his newfound degree and explored many other places. Some of these places, such as Las Vegas High, Sunrise Mountain High, Rancho Cucamonga, California, a real place, I know, and Potomac, Virginia, to name a few. However, the most influential thing for him that has sparked his passion for the true meaning of learning was his time in San Bernardino County Jail. Not arrested, of course, but teaching. Teaching individuals who needed to learn and rehabilitate into our society, something that standardized test scores or grades couldn't reflect. This genuine thought of learning without outside forces expedited the center of his teaching philosophy, which he then honed and soon mastered when he, against his best wishes his senior year, returned here to his hometown in Merrill. Mr. Stein has been working here since 2020, and even through the disaster that COVID was, his philosophy remained the same, and so did his chillness. Whether he goes to the halls helping teachers with their classes, pouring a can of Dr. Pepper for the recently deceased singer Meatloaf, or sharing his discount codes for Nike with his colleagues, Stein embodies the personification of chill, yet remains professional in his teaching. Now, Stein has aided in the graduation of thousands and thousands of students, including myself and all of you. By giving back to his community, he inspired us to live, inspired us to learn, relax once in a while, and keep moving forward. Now, without further ado, here is Mr. Garrett Gregory Donald Stein.
You had to use my full government name, didn't you? Thank you, Bridger, for those kind and humbling comments. It really means something to me to be up here, and I've taught most of you. We had you in government class, some other kind of class, and it is truly an honor to stand here in front of all of you and to give this commencement address. I had a lot of different ways I was going to go with this, and I think coming back in fall, Bridger and Billy and Reggie are like, "You ready to give the grad speech this year?" I'm like, maybe. Like Bridger said, I've been here 4 years, and I've been asked a few times to do this, but the time is now, right? Time is now. I came in with you, and now I'm going to watch you leave. Sorry. If you look at the title of the speech, it's Just Breathe. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. But take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. As Bridger mentioned, I did work in a county jail, and I did give a commencement address before, but that was for incarcerated students. Totally different scenario than what's happening right now. Totally different. There's not going to be a lot of no slideshow for me, no props. Mrs. Bonock never gave me back the sunglasses she borrowed from last year, so I got nothing else but just my words. And what I hear for advice from everybody here, keep it short. So here we go. First, I want to start off and say just thank you to all of you. If we're to have an attitude of gratitude, we just need to say thank you to everyone here. And all of you have touched me in a way. Like, I've been all over the place, but it's special here. As Eric said, this is home. You can try new things, but you can come back. Like, why do you come back to Merrill? It's home. It is. It will always be home. So I have a few things, people I want to name, and I want to thank personally. First, I want to start out with our girls basketball seniors here, right down up in front here, Maya, Maddie, and Sophie. And we're family, we're all in. Thank you for all you did. Baseball players, Sam, Isaac, Dawson, Nick, Brady, and Carter. We're not done yet. Roll Jays. When I first started here, after the tragedy of COVID and everything that happened there, hybrid schedules, changing everything that happened there, I got tasked with teaching some freshmen that we didn't think would end up here today. But here we are, and you're here. Kylie, Grim, Isabel, Blake, Devin, you made it. It was a struggle, but we made it. And then finally, the AP kids that I've had over the past couple years. And Mulaney, when I would get all fired up in class, she's like, "Stein, what's your heart rate at?" Last I checked, it's 120. So I'll do just fine, I think. But Reggie, Mulaney, Olivia, Lydia, Zach, Macy, Parker, Billy, Brandon, I can't read my own writing. Bridger, Michael, Caden, Anthony, Jaylee, Clayton, and Macy. Thank you so much. It has been a true honor to teach all of you. And there are some frustrating days. And Philip Bogle is going to tell me, just drink some water. If I get all fired up, just drink some water, everything calms down. Right? Maybe you need to eat something, get some rest, exercise, do something, right? But it's a passion. They're like, why do you love teaching? Because I love it. It's you who makes it all worthy. It's not the tests, it's not the ACT, it's not the schedules, it's not all of the fact that we changed principals, we've changed ADs, you've had teachers come and go, coaches, we have a new superintendent, everything like that. What is it? It's you. And I thank all of you, and I'm glad I got to make a connection with all of you. Because if something matters, it's how you treat people. And I hope I left a positive impact on all of you. I really do. And I know you've made an impact on me. And just lastly, one last 7 mindsets here. We are all connected. So if you guys want to go home and take your journals out and do a little journaling when you get home, just one last time, that would be outstanding. But we constantly make mistakes, but we are all connected. Everything leads us to something else. And I've made countless mistakes. You all know what the biggest mistake I've made in my life was. It was my marriage. Thank you, Julia. But it took me every other place. It took me to Vegas, 2 schools in Vegas, California, Virginia, and then back home. And I feel like we're all connected. And you've made as big a difference on me, influence on me, as I hopefully have on you. So, as we get ready for you to become graduates and go out into this world and take chances, just do what you love. Take chances. You can always come back home. You always can. We will be here for you. So go do good things. Thank you, class of 2024. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Stein, for those words of encouragement for the class of 2024. I'd now like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Shannon Murray.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shannon Murray. I'm superintendent of schools in Merrill. I'm very proud to be the superintendent here. And I get to take care of the official business side of this meeting tonight. So before I do that, though, Eric reminded me of a statistic that I had long forgot about. And it was about, I believe it was pass rates for a freshman class. This is that group, isn't it? And I got to tell this story. So transitioning from middle school to high school is kind of tough for a lot of groups, and this group had some extra things going on with COVID and some other things. And so the first batch of progress reports comes out, and we looked at the numbers, and something happened here that had never happened before or since in the history of Merrill High School. And I think the PA announcement went something like, "Every freshman to the auditorium now." Which they did, and so we gave them a little pep talk and some encouragement is how I remember it. They might remember it differently, but it all worked out and they turned it around, and so it's wonderful for me personally that I get to actually certify this class as graduates, and so congratulations. So President Blake and members of the Merrill Area Public Schools Board of Education, as the proud superintendent of Merrill Area Public Schools, I certify that these students sitting in front of you today, the Merrill High School class of 2024, has met or exceeded all of the graduation requirements as outlined in Merrill Area Public Schools Board Policy 5460. And having met those requirements, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the 2024 graduates of Merrill High School. Let's give it up for them. Now at this time, I'll ask Mr. Blake, Mrs. Dietert, and Mr. Stein to please join me up on the stage as we present the class of 2024 with their diplomas.
Eric Mann. Just wait. Bridger Lamont. Jaylee Sievert. Anna Bovey. William Klein. Brooke Rudai. Julia Scholl. Elena Edmondson. Orion Anderson. Lydia Ashbrunner. Destiny Aventi. Carter Body. Chloe Belant. Lauren Belsky. Megan Benton. Zachary Borkart. Austin Bourne. Elena Boyd. Micah Bronstetter. Jaden Bush. Adeline Kalos. Christian Candler. Aiden Cantrell. Gandel Carrillo Baidal. Tyler Caskey. Victoria Catlin. Isaac Clapper. Austin Cole Albrecht. Grace Collinsworth. Akila Conley. Leah Crockford. Mulaney Dengel. Michael Dickman. William Dinges. Dakota Dozier. Claire Dooley. Gabriel Durbin. Olivia Swankowski. Bryce Egebrecht. Jeffrey Eisner. Alexa Emmer. Clayton Evans. Grace English. Grace Faber. True Fairfield. Waylon Falk. Anna Flores. Emma Frazier. Laken Frederick. Lacey Frisch. Bobby Ann Gerbig. Christian Gilbert. Katie Glaze. Jacob Gropp. Elijah Grubb. Okay. Hazley Geit. Anthony Hansey. Max Hatter. Hannah Hayes. Grim Haley. Nevaeh Hendrickson. Carson Henricks. Kylie Hayden. Landon Hipke. Lindsay Hickson. Melanie Hickson. Avery Hoff. Emma Hoff. Nolan Hoff. Robert Hoff. Allison Hook. Austin Hotchkiss. DeAndre Houghton. Brandon Humphrey. Allison Hunter. Emerson Iwin. Mariah Jacoby. Brady Konitz. Arwen Knuspy. Jonathan Croct. Brooklyn Kragenbrink. Nicholas Kriegel. Gabrielle Krieger. Mariana Kurtzals. Kyla Lefebvre Mason. Regina Lottie. Brody Lang. Isabel Lotzig. Maggie Lazat. Jean Losi. Zachary Lusher. Chloe Malinowski. Aiden Malzahn. Okay, now we go.
Nathaniel Matson. Connor McCorkle. Chloe McRae. McKenna Meyer. Sean Montag. Madeline Moots. Ian Morgan. Zachary Morris. Xander Nye. Alexis Olaf. Sebastian Ullman. Landon Olson. Kana Orzek. Savannah Orzek. Madison Ott. Maya Ott. Nicholas Palachek. Sawyer Peterson. McKenna Pickard. Olivia Pierce. Mikal Plautz. Nolan Polak. Trinity Ponsick Waltenberg. Andrew Prue. Michael Kwong. Amber Radke. Caden Retzloff. Ethan Robin. Samuel Ryman. Brody Roche. Alexis Rogers. Allison Rothgarn. Jersey Rush. Cadence Ryman. Justin Sabatke. Donald Salisbury. Morgan Schmidt. Owen Schmidt. Carson Schmitz. Benjamin Schneider. Addison Schneider. Samara Schoner. Kakoa Schutza. Caitlin Schult. Dawson Schulz. Caden Schwant. Adam Segelski. Summer Seafelt. Kendall Semling. Ashlyn Shorey. Sophie Simon. Michael Slabby. Dylan Smith. Matthew Steffen. Bridget Steinagel. Annalise Strike. Eli Stray. Bowden Strombaum. Gracie Such. Gretchen Such. Owen Taylor. Ginny Townsend. Nora Trojanowski. Thomas Troyer. Alexa Vandeveerd. Logan Volbornik. Anna Vormans. Philip Vogel. Braden Voigt. Brock Wakefield. Addison Warren. Jordan Weisman. Parker Welch. Sophie Wendorf. Isabel Went. Remington Went. Macy Westbrock. Anna Westfall. Malachi Wheeler. Aiden White. Macy Winky. Devin Wimmer. Kaylee Wertala. Carson Wellner. Allison Wolf. Alex Waller. Braden Waller. Blake Wood. Elena Weiland. Gracie Wyma. And Audrey Udes.
All right, to make this graduation official, I'd like to introduce senior Jaylee Sievert.
Thank you, Mrs. Dieter. Class of 2024, please rise. There is one more history lesson and one more set of instructions for you while at Merrill High School. Caps and gowns have been part of graduation ceremonies since the early 1800s, but tassels are a relatively new graduation tradition and have only been around for about 50 years. The turning of the tassel signifies the official transformation from candidate to graduate. At this time, I ask everyone from the Merrill High School class of 2024 to join us in making the official, and please move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2024.
All right, finally, I'd like to present seniors Anna Bovey, William Klein, Brooke Rudai, and Julia Shull.
Now, fellow Merrill High School graduates, for almost 100 years, Hail to the Blue has been a rich tradition and a way to pay tribute to our alma mater, Merrill High. The song traditionally included a salute to MHS from the heart to the sky and has been sung at assemblies, football games, and graduations for generations. Recently, however, the students at MHS wanted to update the salute to be more representative of the times and chose the University of Wisconsin Varsity Wave as a replacement for the old salute. For those of you unfamiliar with that wave, it goes like this. At this time, I ask everyone to please rise and join the graduates of the class of 2024 in singing our new and improved alma mater, Hail to the Blue.
Okay, so play the song. They'll play.
That concludes our 2024 graduation ceremony.